AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
So we don't know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
Rick Brunson is now coming to a head. Shout out to Knicks Recap for keeping us on par with the latest and greatest of the New York Knicks. And he gets into the latest New York Knicks Rick Brunson scenario.
With SNY, Ian Bagley, for helping to break down initially what the plan was for Rick Brunson. According to him, the follow-up question from many media members on Tuesday was about the future of Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father, and Thibodeau's lead assistant. I can't see the Knicks forcing any coach to keep Brunson, but I also don't think they would have to force the issue. If you're a new head coach and you want to connect with the face of your franchise, would you want to piss him off by firing his dad? It doesn't strike me as a logical move. So clearly, Ian Bagley is stating here that the Knicks had a plan in place for Rick Brunson once Tom Thibodeau was fired. However, once Tom Thibodeau was fired, reports came out about players being unhappy and frustrated with Jalen Brunson's father, Rick Brunson. Let's go ahead and take a look at those reports. Shout out to NBA Central and Atomiko Hoops, an NBA insider for Hoops Wire, for giving us all of this information here. According to them, multiple Knicks players have been unhappy with the presence of assistant coach Rick Brunson. And here's why. Per Hoops Wire sources, what the issue is exactly has not been determined. Those sources suggest that Rick has had too big a say in certain things. One source called Rick the person with the most power in the entire organization. His status is uncertain following Tom Thibodeau's dismissal. Though, considering he's Jalen's dad, many assume that Rick will remain with the team in some capacity. This is pretty significant. On the one hand, he's your superstar's father, and you want to keep him around the team, but definitely not at the cost of the team, especially if they feel a way about him being part of the coaching staff. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe if you take him out of the coaching staff and just have him be part of the team or around the team, not have as much power, not have as much say, and maybe that's what needs to happen in order for the players to not be as unhappy and as frustrated with Rick Brunson and his presence around this team.
Wow. If you want to hear the rest of that, hit the link in the description. We actually added the Knicks Recap, Big Troy over there doing big things, all ball. You sent me that link and I'm like, oh, we got to react to that immediately. What was your feeling about hearing Rick Brunson being one of the most powerful figures in the Knicks organization and just maybe there being an issue with letting him go from the sidelines?
I kind of have mixed feelings because, you know, he didn't really say much because you didn't say, you know, what the power that he has, what decisions is he able to make for guys to not like him. I'm pretty sure his son likes him. I doubt Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart don't like him. I doubt OG don't like him. OG got the max. He gets enough play. To me, Fabian, I'm sorry. It all points to one player. Is it Cat? So for me, what players would have a problem? No, and I'm being serious. I'm not trolling. What players would have a problem with Rick Brunson on the sideline? Like I said, I know it ain't the Villanova boys. It look like OG ain't even thinking about that. The guys on the bench, I know Precious Achiuwa is upset at the whole situation, so I don't think it's just solely at Rick Brunson. So for me, I would like to know if they can expand on that more, hopefully, you know, in the future, as far as what has Rick Brunson done to where people may not like him. Now, I understand, you know, it's tough because, you know, your son is the best player on the team. So, of course, there's going to be perks and there's going to be things. That's life. That's life. If I run something and my son is working for me or vice versa, I'm pretty sure some people are going to look at that a little weird because it's like, you may get dealt a little differently, but I it just goes to show, and I gotta give y'all, my brothers, props again. We are a man.
We lost him.
Yeah.
Rick Brunson had enough of all balls tirades. Even though he was going light on them.
They always get him when he gets into his bag and he gets into his groove. His bag. Everybody talking about a bag now. Fucking bummed.
RP, your 199 was not enough. We need to start the all ball internet donation. Let's get
it wasn't
going.
Enough, RP. La Puria.
Let's piss off some of these idiots who don't know how to be gentlemen.
Tory B, what up, baby?
Flea, what's your response to what you heard of the powerful Rick Brunson in at the New York Knicks front office? Or obviously he's in the front office, but on the sidelines, there's being an issue with the Knicks to letting him go and whatnot.
Hey man, it's a shit show. It's a shit show over in the Garden right now. This is amateur night at the fucking Apollo. Amateur night at the fucking Apollo, and James Dolan and Leon Rose are on stage right now, about to get booed the fuck off. They ran over there and touched that tree. They thought they was gonna get a little luck rubbing the tree, rubbing the hump, or whatever the fuck they call that. And they went out there and got on stage and looked like fucking idiots. Looked like fucking bozos. Amateur night at the fucking Apollo with the New York Knicks, man. It don't get no better than this. It don't get no better than this, man. We're talking about Rick Brunson right now at this point. We're having conversations about the control and the power that Rick Brunson has as a coach for the New York Knicks. All of this after having our best season in 25 years. Y'all think about that, man. Think about the conversations that we have. Think about the position that we're in right now. Think about it. Just take a second, y'all, because everybody has the answers. I got them. Fabian has them. OG has them. Everybody in the comments has all the answers we need. But we're still in this position right now. We're having conversations about the power of Rick Brunson, y'all. I just think, Fabian, it's ridiculous to answer your question. I think it's flat out ridiculous. I think that we should not be hearing from Rick Brunson. Dante DiVincenzo early in the season looked over and everybody thought he was talking to Tibbs. He was talking to Brunson. He was talking to Daddy Brunson. And he told Daddy Brunson, hey, that's what happens when they let you run shit. So he was clear. Before Dante even got out the door, he was letting it be known like, yo, his voice is loud over there. So now we was wondering, does Othello Harrington speak? Does Mo Cheek speak? Does Mark Bryant speak? Nah. None of them niggas is chatting. It's Tibbs and it's Leon. It's Rick Brunson. Amateur night at the Apollo, fellas. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. Big shout out to Darlene. She grabbed it good. Amateur night at MSG, and that's a fact. That's a fact. This is a joke at this point. We hollering at all these married women, and they are married already with children and a happy marriage. We called Snyder? I know I'm getting off rails, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We called Snyder.
God.
We called for Snyder.
Big shout out. Oh, let me do. Big shout out Tory B, the beautiful, the lovely. Tory B, what's going on? The sexy Tory B. Y'all already know, man. Shout out to the AllBall TV ladies in the building.
OG.
Yeah.
We called for Finch. Udoka. Kid. Snyder.
I'm gonna be real. Snyder, the Green Goblin, is crazy.
That's crazy. So that's what I meant about the plan being in place, right? Everybody was talking about, who the fuck are you, Flea? Why did they have to present a plan to you? I'm nobody, respectfully. I am nobody. I'm just a dogged Knicks fan that loves my Knicks and was hoping and praying that we had a plan in place. It looks bad right now. It looks bad. Go ahead, OG. Go ahead, OG.
Now, just real quick, I'm sorry I had an emergency Pop Dukes call. But going back to, Rick Brunson, I kind of understand, but I don't. Like I said, does Jalen Brunson get extra treatment? I think every superstar, star, or the best player of the team gets extra treatment. I think that's been going on before we was even born. I'm pretty sure Will Chamberlain, God rest his soul, Bill Russell, them guys got special treat, and it goes on and on and on. But for me, I just want to hear, what does Rick Brunson do? How does he use his power to where people doesn't like him? Maybe he walks around with an attitude. He's smart. I want to know what's going on, because now I'm starting to think that these things are just being thrown out there. Flea, what you've been saying, you've been dead on as far as having a plan. It's very hard to fathom that these guys with all this money, all these smarts, all these degrees, and been doing what they've been doing as far as these jobs forever, and they don't have a plan. This is insane. I don't know what the hell is going on, but Darlene is correct, man. It's a circus. It's a circus. But I'm gonna be honest. For me, it's kind of early, and I said this the other night rather. It's kind of early. Like I said, if this was September, maybe the end of August, I would definitely be panicking. But this it doesn't look good. If you want me to be honest, it doesn't look good for us as Knicks fans, because every day we're hearing who's going to be the coach, what moves we going to make. So how does the players feel about that? Are they on edge? What's really going on? So this is not good when we just coming off of getting out of Eastern Conference Finals, where we made another step of progress, and now we want to start thinking about getting to the finals and hopefully winning the finals. This is not how you start. So I'm just hoping, what Fabian always says, La Costa Nostra, Leon Rose and them guys, I'm hoping this is a Jedi mind trick, because it doesn't look good. And me right now, today being a Knicks fan, I don't mind being wrong. But with this one so far, I look like an idiot. An idiot, because we are just getting denied coach after coach after coach. And it looks embarrassing, because we're the New York Knicks, and a lot of jobs teams clamor for. And I thought, that teams were clamoring for us. I thought we have the sexiest job in the NBA. And right now, I'm looking wrong. But I still think we have enough time to correct this, to steer the ship right. Like I said, it's early. The finals are still going on. It's sad that the Knicks have taken over the NBA finals as far as promotion. It's insane. Nobody even cares and talks about the Pacers OKC series. So that's kind of sad, but it just goes to show you that how relevant we are. But to not right now look like we are dead headlights, when we supposed to be, the Mecca, one of the best franchises in sports history, and to do this, I'm wondering now, and I'll let Fabian go, or Fabian cook. I'm wondering, and Lord have mercy what I'm about to say. Did we make a mistake firing Tom Thibodeau? Flea, no.
No, I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to be.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I'm saying now.
Fabian, watch this. Fabian, watch this nigga, man. Listen, look at him.
Watch him. I'm watching you. What the hell is these guys doing? They scared, but I'm not. They scared, but I'm not.
Hold on. Well, you know what? Today I'm scared, motherfucker. I'm scared.
I love him. It's that one nigga. Today I'm scared. Shut up.
I'm scared today.
Today I'm scared.
Can I get one day to be scared?
I feel you, OG. Tell that nigga. Today, I'm scared, nigga. I'm concerned.
I'm gonna tell you how ill he is. He says they scared, but I'm not. But he's a self-proclaimed panicker. Like, you guys don't understand real New York slick talk. That's why you here. Flee.
Yo, OG, I said at the beginning of the show, OG is the illest, y'all. If y'all ain't been paying attention, he is the illest. But nah, yo. Today I'm scared and y'all not. That's funny, man. Nah, man, it's just I don't think we made a mistake. The mistake comes in is not being prepared after you make that decision, right? I think everybody agrees at this point now that it was time for Tips to go. It was time to turn the page. It was time to get a new voice in there. It was time to get some innovative minds in there. It's time to get somebody in there that's going to trust their bench, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm not about to go back and forth and argue about Tibbs anymore. We made the decision. Cool. Let's go forward. It ain't a mistake. But the mistake comes in is when you don't have anything into, like, for me, if I know that I just come out the Eastern Conference Finals after not making an appearance in over 20 years, and I know that I'm going to get rid of my coach, at least if I was in that position, I would know who I'm going to hire immediately. Like, it wouldn't be some kind of thing where I got to go and cast a wide net and I got to interview with 10 different coaches and shit. We're not in the position where you need to know what you're going to do to replace him, and let's keep this ship going. Let's start going like this. You implement what you got to implement, and we go from there. You saying we got a lot of time, OG? The finals will be over in another week. By the end of this month, the draft will be here. By this time next month, free agency is gonna be knocking at the door. So I feel you. Yeah, it ain't September, it ain't August. We got time. But I would like for us to make a decision before the draft comes. I would like for us to make a decision before free agency hits, so that now we know who we have in place going forward as our coach. And now we make the decision, as Fabian is always alluding to. You get the coach in place. Now you get the guys that is for that coach. You start building your roster that is going to benefit off of the coaching style. And right now, we just shooting at what I said the other day, throwing things at the wall to see if it sticks. Everybody was so keen on get the fuck rid of Tibbs. Get Tibbs out of here. Get Tibbs out of here. Because in my opinion, I think a lot of people felt like you, OG, which is not wrong, but a lot of people felt like you. A lot of people had the huge head. Pause. A lot of people were walking around thinking that we the nice shiny toy and niggas is gonna jump out the window to come fuck with us. No. No. Let's get our head out the sky, our head out our ass, and understand. Yo, we still the Knicks. We still got a lot to prove. And this is a high pressure situation you're walking into right now. We talking about everybody's like cool, calm about, yeah, we bring in Johnny Bryant. Bring in Johnny Bryant. This is a tough place to play, tough place to coach. So it's all good till we get hit. It's all good till the draft comes and we still don't got no coach. It's all good. Free agency comes and we shooting in the dark. So y'all made fun of me. It's cool. We over that. We past that. But what are we going to do now? Because we look very, very unprepared is all I'm saying.
Well, right now, I'm still gonna make fun of you. You were dead wrong. You were dead wrong at the end of whatever you during your soliloquy.
What I'm wrong about?
The Knicks are just. We've never been in this position before. Don't know how many teams have actually been in this position before. You have every right to be scared, if that's the term, and panic AllBall. And this all centering around Rick Brunson and just the way it's being reported that it's a thing for him to get let go. People might laugh at the fact that you guys have a problem with firing Jalen Brunson's father off the bench. Like, what's wrong with y'all? As much of a punchline that we could make Rick Brunson's career, if you want to do that, any one of us here in the comments would love to trade positions with Rick Brunson as a father. Let's start there. He was sitting there at the 99 finals run with Marcus Camby and them. He got a picture with Jalen Brunson and Marcus Camby during the 99 run when we went to the finals. He's on the Knicks since then. He was able to jump around, be a journeyman basically in the league, play for Portland. I remember him for Portland, the Celtics. And then eventually gets, he's raising his son at the same time, Jalen, obviously. And now he got his son drafted. 2nd-round draft pick. On top of that, he helps build a regime with the Knicks that makes us relevant for the first time, circling back around to 99. That was the last time we were this relevant for this long. And to not understand the position that Rick Brunson is in, or the Knicks are in with Rick Brunson, and why it is that sensitive, it's a powerful position the Knicks are in, with James Dolan beefing with the commissioner, the NBA, suing them, saying the NBA commissioner is in a conflict of interest with the Raptors because that's his homeboy over there running everything. And at the same time, being the second most valuable franchise in the NBA, and we ain't win a damn thing yet. We have every East Coast city on smash. I don't care what city you go to. We got fans that take over the building. And we're on the doorstep of a championship. All of us say the same thing. What do you think is going to happen if the Knicks win a championship? New York might explode. We're on the doorstep, but not just being the most powerful team in the NBA, may be the most powerful team in American sports. So Rick Brunson's position, people might laugh at it, but even as small as a position as being the associate coach or assistant coach, we need to be careful with this because he did help build that. That's his son that he brought here. Yeah, it's nepotism. Yeah, it was collusion. Big business, big dog. That's what this is about. He helped make this thing happen. He has his DNA literally all over this thing. Big pause. But I got to commend him. Just, we talk about LeVar Ball and every other father that happened. This is an amazing story. LeBron bringing his father to the NBA. We don't talk enough about what this is. You got your son to be the star at Madison Square Garden. So going forward, though, if we're being real, now is the time to make big decisions. You can't be on that sideline. When we talk about the next head coach, I don't care who it is. All this is funny business. We'll get to that in a second about being denied the coach and all that. And you ain't telling me for 2 seconds that a team can deny you and we ain't talking to them. We just got Jalen Brunson the same way. Mark Cuban and them got a draft pick or got us fined and snitched on us because they were saying we were colluding with Jalen Brunson. What makes you think we won't do that with another coach? But I digress. I think you need to go for, take these next steps forward very delicately, obviously, because of everything I just explained. Him being a major figure in this organization right now that took another step up. And every organization in business, when you have a guy like that who's responsible for so much of the building process, but then you go look around and say, yo, there's one more step we got to take to make it to the mountaintop. We might not need your face up there anymore, bro. James Dolan, the owner, took a step back. What the hell makes you think you can't take a step back, Rick? Yo, we got a spot for you cozy in the suite. Those associate coach seats, the head coaching seats are very pivotal. Tom Thibodeau, I commend him. New York Knicks coaching legend at this point. Regardless of what we think, that is what he now is. Those win columns, that win column is big time for him. But the next step, it has to be done the right way. And we have to have that seat open for the right coach that is possibly the next head coach. We can't have assistant coaches on there that don't want to be a head coach. You got to want to be a head coach. All these guys have head coaches sitting next to them. Rick Brunson is not that. We haven't heard any other team want Rick Brunson as a head coach. Othello Harrington. Mo Cheeks has been one, and they clown him still. I see a couple of players clowning him. So I have to send a lot of love first to Rick Brunson because everybody's forgetting what this is. Before you start clowning him, before you even try to clown the Knicks, Braun ain't do this. Braun ain't do this. Michael Jordan ain't do this. Ain't nobody do this. So let's not forget that's why you feeling this scared, AllBall. The Knicks are on the verge of being the most powerful team in sports, in my opinion, in American sports, definitely. And this is why tensions in the air and why every moment we're hanging on to for dear life. I know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Rehab, y'all.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.